Hey, this is Sebastian Castro, and this is about my coming out to my parents. I made a video over a year and 9 months ago where I came out on my social media.
I just came out of the closet.
But before that, there was something that is a lot harder, a lot nastier. That was me coming out to my parents themselves. There are two things that pretty much shaped my coming out, and yeah, one of them was my religion. My legs are kind of dead. My religion, my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. The other was my ethnicity. My parents are Peruvian and Japanese. My mom is a Peruvian Japanese, my dad's Peruvian, and it sure shows when it comes to the masculinity in my family because growing up it was all about being a man. Doesn't matter, whether the toys I play with or the people I hang out with or the way I walk or the way I talk or the way I act, it was being a man, and that's what it was my entire childhood. I remember that. For those that don't know, here's a quick rundown. They do not celebrate holidays, no Christmas, no Halloween, and no birthdays on top of that. I didn't grow up opening presents under a Christmas tree. I didn't grow up having presents on my birthday. There was none of that stuff. I was not allowed to have friends that were non-Jehovah's Witnesses. That's also a big part of their belief system. So, given that there were no other Jehovah's Witnesses in my school, I didn't have friends. I am, I want to say, 16 years old. No, I'm 17. I'm 17 years old. It's one of those days where I'm pretending to be sick. There was one particular sermon with one. It was so hard to sit through. It was so hard to sit through. After that, I remember I was pretending to be sick, and I got away with it for 2 days in a row, 2 meetings in a row. It's the third time, and my dad knows I'm faking it. And my dad, the same dad who grew up with an abusive father, who grew up watching my grandfather, his dad, beat the living crap out of my grandmother, his mom. That dad is a man who takes action first, talks later. Get out of bed, you're going to the congregation. Get out of bed, you're going to this meeting. This is what matters right now. Get out of bed. I'm not going to say it again. And I am so weak. So puny and weak. I just trying to explain, yeah, okay, I'm faking it, but I can't. I'm faking it, but there's a reason why, and I really cannot go today, and I really cannot go. Please don't make me, okay? And my dad takes out his belt, and he does what he does with that belt. And I am gonna finish this story because I've waited over a year to say this, and I'm gonna say it. I know it matters to some people, so I'm gonna say it. Scared. I remember looking at him, and it was inside this room. The bed was facing that way, so it was against that wall. And he actually jumps on top of the bed, and he grabs my right leg. And I'm trying to explain, but you don't understand because there's something, Dad. Just try to listen to me, okay? There's this thing, but I just can't tell you yet. But there's this thing. There is. And I just need you to give me a little bit of time, Dad, because there's this thing, and it matters. It's big. Dad's. He just starts. So he starts, and he starts. He starts. And at some point it just comes out. I'm gay! I remember some silence. I remember my mom rushing into the room. And my mom is a lot more emotionally available than the asshole she married. And I remember her trying to say you're not gay, and just talk for a bit, and we talk, and things come out, and words come out, and there's a hug, and there's some kind of trying to reassure me that, you know what, whatever it is, you're not gay, and it's gonna be okay, but you're just confused. Not knowing that for the last year and 3 months, I have been in that bed crying practically every night, hating myself, trying not to see my friends, because I know that, for one, I'm attracted to them, and for two, I'm not supposed to be friends with them in the first place because they're not Jehovah's Witnesses. And that half the things I do are wrong. The other half, well, they are wrong, and they're also despised by my God. It's just a dark, twisted, really nasty time for me. My dad eventually says it this way. We're going on a trip. By the time we get back, you better not be here. I understood. I stayed at friends' places for a while. I wanted to stay at my sister's, and my sister would have been so helpful, but she was in Spain. She was getting her master's degree. And then I am preparing for college because I know college is just around the corner, and I have to make some money. So I go off and I do very, very stupid things. And about 2-3 years happen. 2.5 years of barely talking to my parents, barely saying anything but a few sentences here and there. And I come back, and we have our moments where we cry. Yeah, we cry. Things are said. Apologies are made. You know, I want to tell you it gets better, and not everyone's going to have their brand spanking happy ending with a hug and a kiss, and, you know, band-aids are put on. It's not always that pretty. The world is not black and white. There's a whole lot of gray. But all I hope for you is that you find the brightest piece of gray that you can. For me, that was, Mom and Dad, I will never ever talk to you about anyone in my life again, any man. I will have my love life, and that's okay, and I understand you'll never be a part of that. And then there's this part of me that knows that they will never push their religion on me, never try to get me to go to another church meeting, congregation meeting. And that's what we have. But you know what? That's also okay, because at some point they're going to die, and you just have to decide, what do you want to spend the time you have with them like? I still want to be a part of their life as much as I can, just the way I can. I wish all that light, sunny gray, the sunniest, brightest, lightest gray, your way. I love you guys. I made that video a while ago, and you know what I said a year ago?
I just want you to know I'm here.
I meant that. Most of it has been Facebook, Twitter, some emails even, but I've messaged as many people as I possibly could for the last year and a half. And now, oh well, I'm making a video again. Apparently you guys like videos. If you like it, say so. There's a comment box right there. You prefer I make more videos? Then okay. I promise I won't make them as pitifully depressing as this one. And I will keep out the tears next time. It's embarrassing. I'm just happy I made it through that video because I did not want to stop. I wanted to for so long, and I'm just happy I did that. Stupid tears and all. I love you guys. You are never really alone. You are beautiful. You are so absolutely beautiful. You have everything you need and more. You're not a missing puzzle piece that needs a man or someone else in your life to save you. Someone will come, if that's what you want. But yeah, until then, you have this crazy kid named Sebastian here, and he's around. Talk. Tell me, guys, what you want to see me do, what you want to hear about me. I'm telling you as much, I think, as I could in this video. But I'm here. You want to say something, say it to me. There is a comment box right there. I am sitting here talking to you. I talk to you. So you can also talk to me. Love you, bubbly boys. I'll see you soon.